Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. So, continue where we left off. Not in particularly good shape. Need food. Got rope. Yeah. So we could go down to the seaside and cook, couldn't we? That might make sense. See how we get on. We have tweaked the server a little bit since last night. Reduce the accuracy a little bit of the AI. Will that fit into a 4-slotter? No. So... too good an opportunity to miss, isn't it? So we're going to continue trying to gear up, find ourselves a map if possible. Try and get our food and water sorted. But it's not meant to be easy. I've not built the server to be easy. It's meant to be a challenge. And it is certainly a challenge. Gloves done. We're going to be cooking, aren't we? So hopefully things go according to plan. And purified. We can get our temperature up then. We can dry out. We can eat. Check the supermarket in case there's any food in there. We can delete our death markers then as well, which would be nice. Probably need to get both those sets of clothes for rags. So on Goblin servers, you can rip up clothes with your hands. Good morning, Red. How are you? You good? It just means we save our knife. I'm wary of the fact that we're cold and we need food. but we're making our way towards the sea so we can fish. Hopefully stay alive a little bit longer, because this is like life 4 or 5 now. But we're going to need a long stick and a second one that we can turn into something useful. Hook. There we go. I love what I do with my hardcore servers, but they are hard. But we had 9 players on last night, which was nice. We've had new players joining through the night from the States. Brilliant. Now, if we can get a fish to eat and get warmed up, it will be a winner. No, I'm good, thank you, mate. Had a reasonable sleep. Got up at 5:30. Did a full server restart at 6 AM to get it back on track. We've upped the RAM on the server. I've stuck it from 12 gigs to 16. So it should be a little bit less laggy. And also downgraded the AI accuracy from 75 to 60. And from the ones that were at 90, put them down to 65. To give players a fighting chance. Now I'm just sort of testing whether it's working or not. Players have got to be able to get out of into military and get some better gear. If the AI are too easy, then I'll up their percentages, and if they're too hard, I'll downgrade their weapons. We'll take them down from like 7.62 down to 5.45s. It's all a balancing act. It will take me a couple of weeks to get the server balanced correctly. And I want it to be hard, but I don't want it to be impossible. Right, we need to find a house that we can cook in. Well, we're here. Let's just see if there's any food. And we to convert this back to a piece of rope just because we've got it with us. And then I like to tie it to a belt. It frees up a slot. Thank you. It's the fact that I'm running 4K on a 4070 Ti Super. with a reasonably good internet connection. So it does make the game look unbelievably better. Even though at the moment I've lost blood. Yeah. And DayZ works so well at 4K if you've got the system to run it. I'd rather use a fireplace. So, I'm coughing a lot at the moment. I'd rather use a physical fireplace to cook in, if possible. It makes my life easier. We need to do it quickly so we fight off this cold. And the fact that we're dying or loss of food. But there should be a house up here somewhere. Need a house with a fireplace. That's what I need. Make my life easy. Never easy on this server, but easier. And a little bit of bark, a couple of sticks, 3 sticks. It'll be a nightmare trying to get it lit because obviously we're on a survival server where it doesn't always work using the hand drill. And next time we die, there's no more server markers now when you're saying you died here. I just need to get those 2 turned off using a map. So when I was setting the server up, I had them in place and didn't get round to turning them off until I saw them in game. But that's fine. I've also turned off all tracking for people's bases, so I can play the server. Because unless somebody asks for support and has to have a base, has to have a visit to their base, I have no way of knowing where people live. Which is good, so it means Chuckles and I can play the server and I don't feel that I've got an unfair advantage. Because it's always difficult. You know, I could hit admin now and go into admin mode and know where things were. And you don't always want to do that. You want to be able to play the server as well. Take the same risks as everybody else. But I'm getting quite good at telling people that, hey, don't open a ticket until you're F11'd or restarted your PC first. I don't have the time and the energy to... dampen it. Bugger. No food in it to keep me going, no. Right, we need another long stick then. I only need to get one in there that I can light the fire with. Trying to get it in before it gets damp. Oop. First lot done. Now we're going to need bark. Probably need another long stick. I know what's coming. That'll do. See if it works first time or not. 46% chance it'll work. Hell, I didn't expect that. There's the bloody zombies out there. Up to no good. Waiting for these to cool down, get them eaten. Clothes to dry out and hopefully fight this cold off before it takes over. do with a stone, because then we can make a sharpening stone and keep our knife alive for longer than normal. There we are. Let's start getting some food down our necks. Try and get our health up. Got one shotgun round and one Mosin round. Joy. Right then. Carry on our little adventure. Get out of this town. Bloody rain. Need a rucksack. Could do with some better clothing. Need some more ammo. Need a water bottle. All the normal stuff. Don't really want to bump into any patrols or another player yet. Well, there's the rucksack sorted. Happy with that. Good little start. I think the clever thing to do would be to go back to the coast and catch ourselves another fish. And try and get that cooked and eaten before we need it to get full food. But our knife is getting damaged, but we can always use a saw for a lot of the work. The other thing that happens on GoblinZ servers is you can also stick a shoulder bag as well as a rucksack on at the same time to increase how much you can carry, which makes life slightly easier. The server switched yesterday to the DeerIsle map, which is what we're on now. But it is a 70% nerf of loot, but it actually levels out at about 65 after it runs through all the code. So I use a program to nerf the loot for me. Harder zombies, so you've got the stags anyway, and then on top of the stags you've got harder military. Just to add to the problems. Because because we like a challenge. Now, if we find an animal, it's even better, because we can make a leather repair kit out of an animal's. You make a bone hook on this server and mix it with a pelt, you'll get a leather repair kit. Or a rope and a bone hook, I think, gets you a sewing kit. So one animal kill, and you can repair your clothing, which makes life a lot easier. We don't give people bandages, we give them iodine and rags and force them to make their own way. You can rip up clothes with your hands. Which again makes life a little bit easier. You need to find a map to be able to use a map. So like vanilla, but then unlike vanilla, you can set markers and have 3D markers and things once you've got that map. We do have a trader on here, but they're so far away from spawn that the chance of getting there is low. The server's been built as a survival server more than a adventure server, if that makes sense. But all the normal stuff's on here. We got base building and raiding and all that sort of malarkey. There's no safe zones. The trader is a no-build zone. It's the only no-build zone on the map. Just to stop people blocking off the trader for themselves. Because that's a quality of life thing, I think. Got some custom weapons. We've got some reskinned vanilla stuff, as well as normal vanilla. We like to mix it up. The solo duo server, done on purpose because we used to always be solo. Used to always have solo servers, and but we had a certain element of our players that wanted to be able to play with friends, but I still didn't want to make it a trios, because if you've got people that have always played PvE and this is the first time coming to something different, if you suddenly give them trios to fight, there's no way they're going to win. Whereas a duo, you stand a chance to do the solo. As you can see, we've got a skill set thing on here. It's not hardcore skills, but they are more survival orientated skills. As you do various things, your XP goes up, as you can see there. And then when it gets to the top, you can choose to put a point into something, which will give you a bonus. So I press U now. So then once survival gets to the top, I can then choose one of these to give a bonus to. So that one there would give me, there we are, a 5% increase to immunity strength, basically. And then you've got survival, crafting, hunting, and gathering. And then when you die, you lose it all, because you should be a fresh life and starting again. There has to be a penalty to death. But if you stay alive and get the skills up, it works well. Also, we've got a nerf built into this, which I've set up, so if you stay in lock a door of a house and just stay in there and do things continuously to try and get your XP up, it'll actually take XP off you. It calculates how long you've been in the same space, and then should you then start doing lots of repeated XP tasks, it will just give you less XP and minus it instead, to try and discourage people from staying in base and leveling up. $20 slot server, 16 gigs of RAM on board. I upped the RAM last night because we needed to allow for the fact that we've got AI on here, but they're not the expansion AI. They're Hunter's AI. So we can have more of them. Still tweaking that. They are military patrols and heli patrols to get it right. Last night they had 75% accuracy and everybody was dying. I killed one and then his mate killed me straight away. Today that's dropped to 60% accuracy. See if that's a bit more achievable. But I'm just playing with that code, getting it right. I want them to hit players. I don't want them to kill players. But I don't want players to be able to farm them either. So it's a balancing act. I think in time they'll carry boxes of nails on them and a code lock. That time isn't now. So we're going to go down to this town. We're going to go to the sea, fish, and then cook. If you're new to the channel, my name's the Looting Goblin, or Looting Goblin. The server is GoblinZ or GoblinZ, depending on where you're from in the world. And it's a hardcore survival server. Any animals around? Plenty of Zeds. I am streaming at 4K. On a 4070 Ti Super, which is perfect for 4K DAYZ. With a reasonable little rig, double monitors, nice Ryzen X3D processor, 64 gigs of RAM. Actually, in this day and age, 64 gigs of RAM, I could sell it all and retire. The price of DDR5's gone so high. We do have rag base building on here and breaching charges for raiding. We have a starter shed, though the chances of getting a starter shed set up and a code lock on it are quite low. But it does give people an option. I do need to increase some of the things the trader will buy today at some point later. And he needs to start buying pelts off players. But we might add a hunter trader down this end of the map. I don't know yet. That'll just buy pelts off players. Give them some cash. Right, let's see if we can catch another fish. So we need a long stick. I tend now to make more videos and stream. I had a streaming schedule that I will be on this night, but I've become busier and busier and busier with work. So it's now easier just to make video content and stream whenever I feel like it, without it being on a schedule. Obviously we've hit and passed 1,000 subs, which is really nice. So it's now en route to 2,000, as you do. I know you're cold, Goblin, but we're going to sort you out before it becomes a problem. If I can get the sawn off in there, stick that on there and stick that on my back, that would work. Are they the purified ones? They are. We need another one now for hooks. All our clothing and such like spawns in between. Nothing spawns in pristine, basically. If you want pristine stuff, go to a trader and buy it. But he only sells one set of clothing. That's all dead now. Yeah. Didn't take long on here. See if we can catch ourselves a fishy. And warm up. Wellington boots, what do you reckon? No, fish will do. Now we need to find somewhere to cook. How's our footwear? Yeah. We're going to start making I've got a cold sound soon, aren't we? There we go. As if by magic. This is my third life since the server went live. Slowed down this time, not just trying to run to get somewhere. I'm trying to gear up. I've got to remember I'm not playing a normal PvP server, I'm playing a survival server. This will be a good little town to search, I reckon, once we've cooked this. Try and stay clear of the Zs. Don't need the aggravation until we're ready. There, that red house will do. $20 slot server, which is plenty for what we're doing on here. There's enough of a threat from the environment. You know, don't get me wrong, it's a PvP server, but the environmental threat is large as well. Don't want a Ruger. Don't need a sweater at the moment. Let's start with some sticks. It's not raining. I'm damp, but if I don't put them in my inventory, they shouldn't get damp. And then I can bring in 4 if I wanna. I'm obviously wary of using my knife until we have to, because it's damaged and very soon it will be broken. That cold's coming on. Firewood's good. I think firewood burns hotter. Is that how it works? You get warmer off it. I know I've cut myself. That'll be because my gloves are buggered. Put it politely. Now we need some bark. First of all, let's cut the fish up. That way, if all else fails, we can eat the fish raw. Don't particularly want to, but we could do. Just the right time as well. Because there's a 46% chance any time that we use the hand drill that it will fail. It might go first time and work. Equally, it might fail every time in a row. You just won't know till you go for it. And if your hands aren't with a good pair of gloves on, or improvised gloves, you'll cut yourself. So you've got to maximise all the time. Actually, let's use a rag off that sweater to light the fire. Save our bark for firelighters. And then on top of all that, you might have players bump into you and kill you as well, which is awesome. But it might work, it might not. Had a lot of luck today on those. Get it all in here. Save that. Right. Wet out, ruined. Don't want to take that off. They need bringing out. Do with fighting this cold off, but it's going to be difficult to do without meds or warmer clothing. That's alright. That's life. Fill my vape while we're drying out. The sip of my brew. That's vape brew. Pure orange juice. Being it's 8:15 UK. I won't have a coffee till later. I have one coffee today, I think. That'll be it. Burnt off. Stay at my feet. We've got the plus symbol down here, but we need to get rid of that, and we need to get this up. You also need to sleep on this server, just to add to everyone's problems. At least they're wet now, not drenched. Do with better pants, that's for sure. It's not ideal. But we're doing okay. We've certainly been in a worse state in DayZ, as most people would have done if they played DayZ. I'd like them to dry out, seeing it's not raining outside anymore, and it'd be nice to be dry for a little while. But the longer we stay, the more zombies that will spawn, and the more chance we have of bumping into a player. And we've only got 2 rounds of ammo, 1 Mosin, 1 shotgun. So it is risk worse versus reward time. I'm running this on a 2-monitor setup, so I've got main PC on central monitor, and then to my right I've got a screen that's got my Discord on and OBS, so I can see your chat on that screen. So if I miss chat occasionally, that's why. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go for it. Might use that up. Let's start doing some searching and then throw it away after it's used up. We're really after a stone, so we can make a sharpening stone. Better clothing. A map would be amazing, because then we can plan routes via Wales, because I don't know DeerIsle. If you notice a severe lack of loot, it's because I run survival. I always build survival servers with less loot. I base them upon the fact that this is now 13 years after the outbreak. Most of the loot would have been used up by now. And now no one's keeping the grass down, all the bushes are growing. So finding a tin of food is a luxury. Living off the land is a normality. But things like, because we allow base building on here, Trader does sell greenhouses and planter boxes, so you can, when you build a base, have stuff inside to keep you alive, grow food, fridges to keep your food that you've shot preserved. The winner. I think that's ruined. Little bit of heat buff. Not left anything behind that's important? No. It does mean every bit of loot you find is worth keeping. I think that's a winner over that one. Nice camouflage one. Get that cleaned up. Or was it just a black one once I've cleaned it? Yeah. I don't know. Nearly tiger stripe, isn't it? I think we can probably bin off the shotgun. But not the ammo. So some weapons spawn in any location. And that's done on purpose. Give players a fighting chance. Some stuff tiered. But it's the end of the world. People would have died and dropped weapons all over the place. Is my philosophy on it. Food and water's okay, it's just really now we need meds. It's gonna bloody rain again, isn't it? Now we've just got ourselves dry. No classic collectibles on the server, but I suppose if you count specialist weapons, they would be collectibles to run to the trader. I say run, it would be to go to the trader is a massive undertaking. Anyone that wants to go to the trader, you need to get a map to start with to find its location. You then need to plan a trip there. Which ain't simple. Here comes the rain again. Didn't take long, did it? We're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. Severe lack of nails and code locks around, it's great. If you find a box of nails, you'll be doing all you can to preserve it. What I wanted. I wanted this to feel... I love base building and raiding and all that, but I want this to be a server where if you get a door up and a flag down, you've really accomplished something. I don't want to go to Paris Island at the moment. I am wary of that. We're not geared for it. 100% we're not geared for it. Are they apple trees? Might be very useful. Or pear trees or plum trees. We've got the server set so on it's 6-hour restarts, but on each restart, whatever time it's got to, it keeps it in the text file and then continues that time when it boots back up. And also if there's nobody on the server, things are still happening. I still have helis dropping in, some smokies going for a bimble. So you could spawn in on a heli drop if you logged out in the wrong place. So players have to think about where they're logging out, what they're doing. I'm hoping to find some fruit. Food is few and far between on here. So finding something free to carry with us to eat would be amazing. But it's not looking good today. We are coming up to being hungry again, and we don't really have the knife at the moment to keep working on it that way, which is a bit of a problem. So now we need a stone, and with tall grass, stones are harder to find. Welcome to the 20 people that are currently in viewing. Thank you for being here, guys. Massively appreciated. We're okay, we just need food, that's our problem now. Wait till we hear an animal and then life's sorted. Yeah, our knife is, yeah, badly damaged. I really want to save that for opening a tin of food in an emergency, don't I? This is not yet an emergency. The "you died here" things will go once I've got a map, so I can take them off. And then future ones won't be spawning, so I've turned it off on the server. Right, food search. I'm on purpose not running, so I want to preserve the calories and run when we need to. Can of drink would do the job now. Packet of chips or crisps. Basically anything. Take the rags out of that. That stack. Well, tacks, they're good for stones, aren't they? Come for the bingo. Whoa. Unheard of on this server. Also unheard of. Conditions, that one in. Worn. Mine's damaged. Worn will go on. Slightly better off than we were. not sure where the well is in this town. I would have guessed there would have been one round here somewhere. But please don't tell me. If you know the map, I need to learn it myself. Certainly heading towards night time, isn't it? So we have 5-hour days, 1-hour nights. Slightly lower profile and not an aiming mark. Not want to use my knife up for that. Torch. Do not want a torch. Bit of food. Not high quality. Wow. Hell yeah. I said we're after a stone. Not because we want to make a knife in vanilla, but because we want to make a sharpening stone. Thank you very much, game. So food is few and far between. Damaged. Mine's damaged, but this one's warmer. Do with a cross bag, a shoulder bag to stick on here to increase our carriage. But really we need to find a church. So basically on my servers, which is this is, oh hell yes please, all priests carry a map. So if you need a map badly, you go find a priest. Pretty big on here. Medical centre. Now that might work if we're very lucky. We might get a better rucksack. Very low chance of spawn of the rucksacks I'm on about. But they make a massive difference if you get one. That'll do. So see, now we've got both on. And we've grabbed ourselves some more storage. Wasn't what we wanted, but we still got something really useful. You're not happy, are you? Need to answer a question. So I don't have a ticket system on the server because pure and simply we're too small and I end up having hundreds of tickets and I can't game anymore. If people have got a problem, they just ask in Discord chat. If it's a major problem, they'll send me a private message. But the answer to most problems is F11, relog, verify files. It's only a 20-slot server. It's something that I've made to give back to the community. You know, you guys that watch me, that support me, that sub to me, that have to suffer an advert when you're watching one of my streams. This is my thank you. We haven't exhausted the town, we haven't been through everything, but we're going to move on. We fought the cold off for now, which is nice. Still need that stone. Oh, now I need a rock. I think we can make a sharpening stone this way. No, only a stone knife. I think we might need then 2 of them to make a sharpening stone. I can't remember what the recipe is. But either way, we've got an emergency knife now. Which is excellent. Put that house up there. I'm not massively into the idea of searching Sakau properties. It's a lot of searching for minimal loot. They make quite good base locations. Because we have tiny flag on here, so you can certainly go covert. I've taken all the lighters out of the server, so because lighters are OP, they'll light when wet. So either you find a dry bag and keep some matches alive, or you pick up flares. As horrible as that sounds, it's on purpose. Players need a challenge. Oh, here comes the next cold. There, one of them, not to be laughed at. Right, we're going to need food again and heat. That way, got a river? We'll see. Either way, we're going in that direction. Player or Z? Z. You know where I am. The railway bridge down to Paris is down here somewhere. Think about it. That let me? Yes, it will. So the last house down there is where we'll probably be cooking, but we've got 2 some knives now, so we should be able to survive. And in worst case scenario, we can make a bone knife. That's right, bone knife, stone knife. So our chances of surviving are higher. Next house on. I'm wary of fighting off this cold. And even if we don't need the food yet. That doesn't mean we shouldn't prepare for it. We can always have hot food in our clothing. Ah. Well, there comes the next plan then. Forget the food. Railway carriages. Do the box of 5.45, couldn't we, for the rifle? I think I lived for an hour on this life last night, and we're nearing an hour and a half in now. We're doing really well for this life. Z's. Okay. 3 Z's. Deal with that one triggering and coming to me. Lots of Z's. And hundreds of them. Hello. Come on then. Come on. Mr. Zombie. These are harder to kill. Not as hard as stags, but they're a challenge. Spoke too soon. Right then, time to make another stack up. Pause for a second. I'm going to go back and fight our way through there, aren't we? Find a way in, somehow. But I want to see what's on those carriages. Faint in a second, aren't I? Hi there, Shane. You okay? First time for a sleep. This character was doing very well till suddenly I saw these carriages and thought, let's go and have a look. I'm out of ammo now. Nearly bled out. The joy of a Goblin server, yeah? And this is my worst yet. 100%. Oh, come to me, baby. A Woodstock fowl. Look at that. She's beautiful. Fucking tanking 308. Dead man's clip. Yeah, it is good. The challenge is good. More interested in what's in there. I hear you, zombies, but I'm not ready to play yet. Even the breach opens. Right, so use up all the shit first. Dead man's click. I thought I had a round in it. Oh, it's giving the false positive. It's pretending, isn't it? Got a round spare in that one? Yeah. Bag dead. My harder zombies are a challenge. Fucking gas. Right then, pause. Where were we? Need to take out that last zombie. Need that gas to clear. Then we need to go back and go fishing. I'd say it was a win though, because we've come away with a foul. I want the gas to clear so we can search those bodies. If my blood was up now, we could see the gas better. I think while we're waiting for the gas to clear, I'll take a quick comfort break. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Thank you for waiting, guys. Just going to send a message to somebody on the Discord that's asked a question about weapon spawns. Back, guys. Not going to clear, is it? Go down this way and fish. Wary of Zeds over that way. I don't want to break an ankle jumping over until I'm ready. We don't have much choice now, do we? Right, we're going to need a long stick. That might give us one. Might not. Stick. We've got a hook. Did we keep one? No, that was foolish. Right, which is my worst damaged knife? That one. People were asking in chat about, or in Discord, about weapon spawns, because I have weapon spawns all over. So I have some weapon spawns that come in with just the tag military and not choosing a tier. Because my brain says if this was the end of the world, people would have had fights all over the place. And weapons would have been dropped all over the place. But they spawn in low amounts. So, set the fishing rod, that one there then. Of course, players aren't used to it. I don't think you should just have to push high tier to get a good weapon sometimes. Should be just because it is. High tier will give you a better chance of better weapons. But it's the end of the world. It's 12 years after the outbreak. There'll be stuff everywhere. And as Wes said there, or Shane said there, it's tough. It's a hard fight for my servers at times. So anything to give you the edge. It's not impossible though, as you've seen here. You've got to slow things down. Fish, please give me a bloody game. When I'm this low on resources. I shouldn't have gone for the aircraft, for the carriages. But we all make choices. Oh, we broke the hook, did we? It took the bait. I reckon that gas is cleared now. Once we've caught Mr. Fish, we'll make our way back there, search those bodies, and then go back to the house to cook. There might be something useful on them. Thank you. Break this down. We'll need the rope back. I know. Not desperate yet. Hopefully the zombie bodies are still there. Hopefully there's something useful on them after all this. That'll best. Yes. Say, I think we'll keep our tin of food for emergencies. I say that. Keep us alive long enough to get the fish cooked. I hear you, Mr. Zombie. Morning, Kermit. How are you? I see you were on here till late last night. You enjoying it? Yeah, just a little bit battered. There was an incident with some zombies. Good, good. Oh, fucking Z there. How surprising. And it's looking like it will be fun. I would hope so. I put a lot of... It's a challenge. It's been a challenge. I've got still some more tweaks to do to things, but we're pretty much there. Thank you. We're a lot further forward than we were. And for getting the quest just as a survival server, it's awesome. Solve that in a second. We've got ourselves a foul though off those carriages. And I've got 10 rounds of ammo on it, so I'm more than happy with that. Right, Operation Will It Light. Not that time. Yeah. Getting a dry bag and matches is worth its weight in gold on my server. Or carrying a flare for an emergency. But I might start putting stuff like that on the AI. Like a box of matches and or a flare. So there's a reason to hunt them then. Badly, just damaged. Okay, we'll go for badly. Yeah, getting a dry bag, patching it up. It's hard going though, but I want it to be. It's a survival server. It's meant to be difficult. I'm having to learn not to run straight for the north. Spend time down here gearing up. I've got a message incoming. Yeah, seen Gurmit. I think hopefully death markers should be turned off now. Mine are still up because they were from before. But when you die, if you can get back to your body before it despawns, brilliant. If you can't, then you won't know where it is anyway, so it will feel more like a fresh life. There's not a lot I can do about it, apart from change spawns, and I don't want to do that. I can make it bodies despawn quicker, but again, that has balance issues. So I'm happy if people get back to their body, they get back to their body. The further you make it from spawn, the less likely that is. Finding that box of nails was massive on here. Yeah, I just thought after message last night about fishing kits. Yeah, it's really difficult to know how to balance it though, Gurmit. That's the trouble. It's, do I say that bodies despawn after 2 minutes and then people are like, I shot someone and by the time I'd killed his friend and got to them, the bodies are both gone? Or do I leave them like they are and people have a chance of getting back to them? That's the balancing act. Especially with the long grass we've got in. When you get up close, it's even harder to find bodies unless you've got everything turned down. And because I'm streaming, I like to keep it turned up. Let's show off the server like it is. So it is a difficult balance all the time. They are, feet are dry. Still fighting this bloody cold. Right, I mean, swap them round. That's nice. Look at that. Wood fowl like they should be. Right, we're not going to Paris Island for obvious reasons. Because I know what lives out there. And we're in no fit state to fight them. But ballistic vest. Happy with that. It's a win. Now we need meds. And water. And a better source of food. And our blood to go up. They're pretty much a standard DayZ experience. Could do with a priest. Need a map. Thanks, Gurmit. Last night I had like 18 on or something, and Chuckles went, look, there's 18 people here, and at that point 8 people left. And it's like, right, we're going to make our way up to the tower and see if we can think about where a church might be that's got a priest hanging around, because I'd love a map. And we need meds. Haven't got anything really that's going to help. And we need a well. Basically, we need everything. Could do with a battery for this scope. I'm not going to climb the tower though, because there's too much chance of someone going, oh look, bang. I'll probably do a little bit of tweaking once we, I finish the stream on the server. I've got a few ideas. But I only get them when I do test runs like this. I think the extra RAM's helping. It's less laggy now than it was last night. Nothing up there I can see that's worth climbing for. No. The trader needs to be able to buy pelts off players, that's for sure. And they're not set up at the moment to buy. So I need to fix that. I need to add some better loot to the AI. So if you do kill the AI, you've got a better chance of getting something worthwhile. Maybe a tin of food. Occasionally a box of nails. Maybe even money. Maybe placing money on them. Oh. It would be great to have some tetra. The chance of getting any is low. Those two weapons have ammo and scopes at the moment. So yeah, I think the AI need a little tweak to make them worth being killed. Potentially putting a map on the AI would make sense. I mean, each patrol should have a map on them. Yeah, I know, health. Worn. New and worn will last longer than repaired and worn. I think it's time for another fire, isn't it, guys? Or bar of chocolate. Give me an apple. Yeah. Right then, carry on. We're doing it crouched to try not to trigger them. I hear you, animal. Food would certainly help. If only I could see smoke. Okay. Don't really want to get involved in a fight where we're so low on blood and health. And helis are a problem. Okay, health's going up. Just need blood to match it. And we'll live to fight another day. So what's my next major issue is water, I think. Gurmit would say meds, but water. Oh, there we go again. Meds and water. Bloody caravans you can't search. I have a feeling this life is coming to its end. Can't afford to lose blood. Another one of these guys has got a can of drink on them. Bloody rope. But we survived for an hour last night and 2 hours 12 now. So 3 hours for a life. It's not too bad going on a Goblin server. The first 20 minutes are the worst. And then it's all about not making stupid decisions. And me hitting that railway was a stupid decision. Yes, we got the foul. Very nice. But the risk versus reward wasn't worth it. Game. We stagger on to either our death or a can of drink. What I won't do is F11. The radiator everybody wants for the quad bikes. The hatchet that I certainly need if I wasn't dying. That would have proved very useful. Yeah, I think after the stream, I'm going to have a play with the trader to get it so it'll buy pelts off people for a good price. And I'm going to add some better loot to the AI, so you've got a reason to push the AI. I think if the AI carry a map, a tin of food, a tin opener, would make sense. Maybe some money on them. Give people a reason to go to trader. Or will they farm AI? They'll farm AI. But there's a good chance of them dying. So maybe $100. I'm going for the hunting hut if I can make it. I don't think I will, because I'm more likely to find a bar of chocolate in there than the pub. Not today. I think this life is just about finalised. Been a good run though. So I think a map and food on the AI. I'll be dead within the minute. 100% I'll be dead within the minute. But it's been a good run. It's all coming to an end though. I made a mistake and I pushed a railway carriages and got taken out from there. But this life is over, bar the pain of death. And that'll be it. So guys, I'm going to stop the stream there. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. I will be back later. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss,